All right, hey girlies, it's me, Udo ADHD. I want to talk about, to the best of my knowledge, off the top of my head, how to explain this Drake versus Kendrick beef. If you're new to my channel, I don't edit my stuff, I yap. This is like a FaceTime call, okay, with your friend who is like chronically online, I guess. And I'm also doing microcurrent. This is Foreo. Is it working? I don't know. I haven't used this in a long time, so we're just gonna see what happens. So if you vibe, subscribe. If you don't, it's cool. It's cool, There's no fancy edits, and I will not get to the point. I will not hurry up. Okay, we're just chilling. Okay, so this Drake versus Kendrick. Mind you, I am a casual listener of rap. I used to be a barb. I think once a barb, always a barb at heart, truly. It's just, sometimes Nikki is just, oh, girl. Sometimes she's just a lot. She's a lot. Oh, I think this is kind of working. I kind of feel it. So I'm just casual. I'm more into the female rappers, very casual with the male rappers, but Drake is Drake. We all know Drake. And Kendrick, this really caught my attention because it was so good. I didn't really know there was a beef until after Chris Brown and Quavo's beef. If you don't know, because look, the Drake and Kendrick completely overshadowed the Chris Brown and Quavo. But briefly, Chris Brown and Quavo have been beefing. Chris Brown released a rap diss. He is rapping, he is good, and he bodies Quavo. Bodies him. Like, bruh, I'm sorry. If you want to hear a good diss, a diss that you will actually understand, like you can kind of, if you don't even know what's what, you can kind of connect the dots. Because he's just very clear and enunciates and uses good grammar-ish. And I don't know, I'm sorry. Chris Brown did that. But then the Drake and Kendrick overshadowed it. And Kendrick went ham. I think the overall consensus is that Kendrick won. But there are still some people who are on Drake's hoo-ha. So, how did this all start? Well, first of all, if you're still like, I don't know what's really going on. So there's just been a bunch of diss records that have been dropped. This was like, not last week, maybe 2 weeks ago. I don't remember. So, this all started. Let's take it back to when Kendrick first gets on the scene. And when Kendrick first gets on the scene, they're calling him a prodigy. Jay-Z calls Kendrick a prodigy. Okay? He is getting co-signed by everyone in the rap game. Everyone. Drake. So the thing Drake has a tendency to do is he tends to constantly be on the lookout for, what would be great? If I had a spritz of water, that would be great. I'm going to put that on my list. So Drake is always on the lookout for who is the newest, hottest thing, who is the newest, hottest up and coming. And he likes to attach himself to them. This is a great strategy that obviously has worked very well for him, where he is, unfortunately, he is the top rapper of our time. Unfortunately, I hate to say it, but he's the top rapper of our time. Okay? So this strategy of picking people who are about to pop off and getting very close to them, associating yourself with them, it works. Okay, so he did this with Kendrick. They met, they became friends. Drake had Kendrick on his tour. Cool. It gets to a point that Kendrick decides that he's ready to be on his own. He starts releasing albums and stuff, starts being on his own. And then there's this rap song. Big Sean. Big Sean has this one rap song. Ooh. Big Sean has this one rap song that he had like a whole bunch of rappers on. It was like a collab. And, you know, everyone's rap part was cool, whatever. And then Kendrick's part was like, Kendrick basically says on that track that he's the best. He names names. He says, I love you, Big Sean. I love you, Drake. I love you, J. Cole. Like, I love all of y'all. You know, besties for life. However, I'm the number one dog. I'm the big dog. I will beat you any day of the month. So, you know, that would you consider that a diss? Like, no, just think of yourself personally, you know, because these rappers, they all have different personalities. Would you consider that a diss? If your colleague, if your rap colleague mentioned you and said that, would you consider that a diss? I personally wouldn't, because that's what we're supposed to be doing. We're supposed to be saying we're the best. We're supposed to be competing. This is we're competitive. Even though we're friends, we're competitive. Like, I would love it. I would love it. And I will just hit him back with, you might say you're number one, but your numbers aren't showing that. I don't know. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's cool to me. That's fun. Okay. Not everybody thinks that way. So they asked Big Sean, you know, the dude who even made the song. He's like, yo, they're like, he low-key dissed you on your own song. Big Sean's just like, no, like, this is rap, you know, that's what we do. And that's what everybody said, except J. Cole and Drake. J. Cole was like, I didn't like it. J. Cole made a response. He made a song in response to that, and basically saying that his feelings were hurt. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm making this as simple as possible. This is all completely off dome. Please correct me if I'm wrong. And like, if you're wanting to know the names of these songs specifically and what date and year they were released, I cannot help you right now. Okay, my hands are occupied. So, yeah, J. Cole makes a song about it. Like, oh my God, I can't believe you did that. And then Drake, when Drake is asked about it, I always say it like Soulja Boy. When Drake is asked about it, Drake is like, dude, that was not cool, you know? And he saw me. Right after he made that verse, he saw me. He gave me dabs. Like, what is it? Are we homies? Or are we not? Like, you know, pick one. That's Drake. Drake is a very sensitive man. Drake is a very sensitive man. If you couldn't already tell, he's very, very, very sensitive. So keep that in mind. So because of that, Drake continues to throw subliminals towards Kendrick. You know, subliminals, subtweets. You know what I mean? Like, when somebody's dissing you, even though they're not saying your name. And Drake has this with a lot of people, you will come to find, okay? Drake doesn't, a lot of people have hurt Drake's feelings. Now, Drake and J. Cole make a song together. Just the two of them, they make a song together. I forgot the name of it, I'm so sorry. I don't remember the names right now. Oh, I think this works. Like, my face is feeling kind of plump. Feeling kind of plump. Hold on. Is it distracting if I have this buzzing sound? I just want to know whenever it turns off. I'll turn it off. Yeah. So on this song with Drake and J. Cole says, we're the big three. Me, Drake, and Kendrick, we're the big three. We're the top three rappers, you know? Where the, what does he say? The money, power, respect. I don't know if that was him. Anyway, he's like, yeah, it's us three, you know? It's J. Cole truly is giving me, let's be friends. He really gives me that kind of vibe. Like, he seems like to be that kind of guy. Drake didn't say anything. Whenever it comes to Kendrick Lamar, Drake doesn't say anything, okay? He's just like, okay. It's kind of like, have you ever been like in a friend group or friends with somebody who, have you ever been friends with somebody who's friends with somebody that you don't like, okay? So whenever they're talking about that person you don't like, you're just like, you know, like you just don't say anything, right? Okay, that's Drake. Kendrick gets on a song with, who was on this song? Was it Metro Boomin? Metro Boomin is a producer. Metro Boomin wants some moan, like if you've heard that before. He's a producer. He made a song. Who all was on that song? I don't know. A bunch of people were on this song that Kendrick was on. And Kendrick, on his verse, he says, screw the big three. N-word, it's just big me and word bum. I'm not cussing. I'm not cussing because I don't want to lose monetizations. I don't know what I'm allowed to say and not say on YouTube anymore. Okay. So basically he's saying I'm not big three. We're not a big three. It's big me. Like I'm number one. I am number one. Like, why are you associating yourself with me? And I would, honestly, same. Can you imagine? You pride yourself on being an artiste. You're an intellectual. Kendrick Lamar has a Pulitzer. He has a Pulitzer. Okay? You are different. Okay, you really feel like your mind is different. And then somebody's like, yeah, we're the top three. Like, he didn't even talk to you, didn't even ask you. Yeah, like it's us three, you know? It's like weird, you know? It's like, nobody asked, first of all, but second of all, how dare you? Don't do that. I'm number one. This hurts J. Cole and Drake's feelings. Again, J. Cole and Drake, they are quite sensitive. So, y'all, I feel so awkward doing this. I just feel awkward. To tell you the truth, I just miss making videos. I miss yapping. I miss talking. I yap all the time with my friends. And I'm just like, more people need to hear me yap. Not from a, I'm so amazing, everybody needs to hear me standpoint. Just from a, there are other people who like want to get in on this conversation that they don't know is existing. So anyway, I feel very awkward. I'm just doing stuff, y'all. The last video I uploaded, I was cooking. Okay, I don't have my I was supposed to have a microphone. I'm not gonna stop this to go get it. Whatever. Anyway, let's continue. I let that insecurity out and we're good. J. Cole gets upset. J. Cole makes a response called 7-Minute Drill. I don't remember the name of the song. J. Cole makes a response called 7-Minute Drill. When I listened to it, I mean, it wasn't all that. Like, you know, it was cool. It just wasn't all that. Like, this is what I want to feel. When I'm hearing a diss record, I want to feel, fatality. I want to feel gut punches. That's what I need from a diss record. Chris Brown gave it to me. I don't know the name of Chris Brown's diss. Just type Chris Brown disses Quavo. You'll find it. Chris Brown gave it to me. I need to feel gut punches. I need an uppercut. I need it rough. Okay, if your diss track is just Yeah, kind of hurt my feelings here, buddy. You know what I mean? Like, okay. So anyway, J. Cole does that. J. Cole then, at one of his live performances, he apologizes. And he literally, like, deletes the song. Like, literally removes it from the streaming platforms. He apologizes to Kendrick. Like, you know, I don't want any beef. I'm so sorry. Like, you're cool. We're good. You know, it's really not that serious. I'm good. Now, at that time, I was really clowning. I was with the rest of the people clowning J. Cole. I was clowning him because I'm like, who puts out a diss record and then apologizes for it? Like, what? What? Why are you scary though? Okay, I was really clowning him. I now see the wisdom in that decision. I think that was entirely the correct decision. He made the correct decision. He made the correct decision. Now, there are other people beefing with Drake. Rick Ross is beefing with Drake. I don't know why Metro Boomin was beefing with Drake. Okay, like, I don't know if people were clear on how that started. It's just the fact that Metro Boomin produced a song that with all these people who hate Drake on it. It's like, okay, it's assumed that you don't like Drake either. Who else was a part of it? I don't know. What's his face? Drake releases his diss. And, he's dissing everybody, okay? He's dissing everybody, including Kendrick. And the funniest thing to come out of this first diss was what? He has a line in there where he's like, Metro, shut your ass up and make some drums or something. Okay. And it was just funny. Like, it was just a very funny line, you know? Like, it's just funny because it's like, oh my gosh, like, he didn't even say anything. Metro Boomin did not say anything. Oh my gosh. I don't know. It was just funny, okay? It's just funny. It's one of those you had to be there type of things, I guess. So, and then, like, Drake is petty. Drake's Instagram, a lot of stuff goes down on Drake's Instagram. I am not paying attention to his Instagram. In general, I'm not really on Instagram. I don't know. It just gives me way too much anxiety. But on Drake's Instagram, he hires a mariachi band to, like, sing that line over and over. Okay? Petty. The boy is petty. It was funny. This is fun. Okay? If you don't know hip-hop culture, what you need to understand is these antics are encouraged. This is not like, I know in other musical cultures, just other cultures, it's like, come on, we need to have decorum and more respect for each other. That is not the case in hip-hop. This is what we want to see, okay? We want to see the luchadores. We want to see the fights. We want to see it. We want to see the competition. We want to see the, like, this is a form of entertainment for us. And this is just a part of it. It's very much like, you know, ballroom culture. I'm talking about the LGBT type of ballroom. There's a category for reads, you know, like literally a category for how good are you at dissing somebody. And it's important. It's important. Not that I'm comparing this to ballroom. I understand literally the usefulness of being able to read if you're LGBT. I'm just saying, I don't know. I'm just trying to make an analogy. I don't know. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so, hee hee ha ha. Then Kendrick, no, I'm sorry. I need a little bit more framework. Hold on, let me look up my Let me look up something. Which songs came first? What came first? Who? When did who do what? I can't do cuss words. Oh my gosh. Can't do cuss words. Okay. Yeah. So it's push-ups. It was push-ups. So that song with Metro Metro Shut Up. Are you supposed to microcurrent your nails? Probably not. I don't know. Anyway, that song's called Push-Ups, and Rick Ross releases a track. A diss track to Drake. It kind of felt like nobody cared. I don't know how many people cared. I barely knew about it, and I found out about it late. So I don't know. Rick Ross is trying to get in there, but it's just not, people just don't really care. Okay, what happened? What happened next? Okay. Kendrick releases Euphoria. I was like, yeah. Because Euphoria it just hints at a lot of things. I can't do a lyrical breakdown right now. Okay. But if more than 12 people watch this video and ask, we can. But I was very pleased with Euphoria. I liked it. And Euphoria was very targeted at Drake. Thus far, Drake has been dissing multiple people in his disses. Now, Rick Ross targeted at Drake, his at Drake. Kendrick has targeted his at Drake. Okay, Kendrick drops another one like the next day. Was it the next day? Oh, yeah, it was in a couple of days. Kendrick drops another one. Drake finally responds. But when these dropped, it was just, it was juicy. We are getting excited. It's juicy. Okay? It's juicy. And we're starting to see, no. I'll tell you the moment that we all congratulated J. Cole for stepping out of the ring. I'll tell you the moment. So Kendrick releases 616 in LA. Okay. A lot of what Kendrick is saying about Drake is that he's a culture vulture. I mean, there's so many things that Kendrick is saying. But he's a culture vulture. He's saying some things that Rick Ross has been saying. This is a critique some of the super hip-hop heads have. They feel like Kendrick was just saying things that everybody else already said. Pusha T, previous to this situation, made a diss track on Drake, and that one was juicy. Because that's when everybody found out that Drake has a child, Adonis. That was juicy. I wish I was cognizant for that time, because that's juicy. So anyway, Rick Ross in his diss is calling Drake a white boy. Drake is half white. Mind you, there are many rappers who are half white. J. Cole's half white, but it's a way, I don't know, like, it's a way you identify, like, you literally saying what you identify and what you choose to represent that you identify is like two different things. So, Drake's from Canada. Drake has this habit of appropriating different cultures, I think this is also why Drake became so successful, because he felt no shame in being a chameleon, being like a cultural chameleon. One day you want to sound to like you're from Toronto. The next day you want to sound like you're from Jamaica. The next day you want to act like you're from Atlanta. Like, you know, he doesn't have a geographical, cultural essence that he brings to the game. He's taking everybody else's. You know, that's one of the things. Like, there's so, I mean, just listen to it. I don't know. I quite enjoyed it. So then Drake comes out with, oh, also I have to say, at the beginning of this year, Meg Thee Stallion releases a song called Hiss with, and she's dissing Drake. Okay. It's subs, like, you know, she's not saying anybody's name, but we know it's about Drake. Nicki Minaj foolishly assumes it's about her. I mean, look, if the shoe fits, but I just think that's kind of stupid. I think it's kind of self-centered to assume it's about you when there's Drake doing what he's been doing. Starts with a P, okay? So I don't know. Nicki Minaj is just... This is why I say I'm an X-bar, because at this point, it's just for nostalgia for me when it comes to Nicki. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I'm sorry. I just can't get behind it. So Megan kind of is the first to throw shots this year. So kudos to her. So, you know, Kendrick is saying more clearly what all of these other people have been saying about Drake in their disses. And, you know, Kendrick is literally says on his track, what I'm saying about you is not just to me. It's not just my personal preferences and dislikes. This is what the whole culture feels about you. Okay. Drake hits him with Family Matters, which I'm sorry. I'm not that into Drake. His stuff is not memorable for me. I know people love Family Matters. I'm just not into it. I don't remember it off the top of my head. I need to listen to it. But what is Drake saying there? So again, Drake is dissing multiple people again. And for me, it's just annoying. It's like, you have one serious adversary. Like, you're just saying the same thing over and over about all these other people. You need to target Kendrick. He is your serious adversary because he's saying some things about you very pointedly. Everybody else hinted at it, subbed it, subliminal it. Kendrick is the first one to pointedly target you. I'm sorry to Rick Ross. Sorry. Kendrick's the first one to pointedly target you, Drake, that people actually care about. And he did it twice. He released 2 songs on you. Then, literally, bro, while you're listening to Family Matters on YouTube, Kendrick is releasing his response called Meet the Grams. When I heard that, I was just... It's just the rollout, in addition to the sound. He uses this piano sound that's so eerie. And in addition to the way the song is structured. Letters to Aubrey Graham's family. Aubrey Graham is Drake. Releasing it, within 20, 30 minutes? That Drake released his. I'm sorry, like, you know, this is one of those times. I wish you were cognizant for it. I wish you were there. It was a moment. This was a moment. You missed it, and I am not doing it justice. You know, like, I don't know if the girls want to know more detail about this. I can do more, like, a deep dive, like show the lyrics on my screen and stuff like that, and like, let's do a deep dive. But I'm really not doing it justice. I'm doing a skincare routine while I'm trying to explain this. I'm not doing it justice. Just know this was absolutely a moment. This is a moment in hip hop. Like, this is a hip hop moment memorable. People will talk about it. Well, people are like arguing, oh, we're not going to talk about it. I think we will. We haven't had something this fun. It's funny to call it fun, but we haven't had something like this in a while, okay? Because like the girls are beefing, the rap girls are beefing, and it's just getting tired. Like, it's getting tired. It's getting tired. I don't know, like, it's just getting tired. Unless one of the rap girls can come out with some hard stuff. And that's the thing about men. Men just do more devious stuff than women on average. So the rap girls are just beefing about whose thing is pinker, and the dudes are like uncovering crimes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause Drake. Wait, something happened after that. What happened? Okay, it was technically an hour. Oh. Okay, so let me tell you some of the stuff in Meet the Grams. Oh, by the way, in this rap beef, there is so much. Every line of Kendrick's songs, at least, is alluding to something. So you'll still enjoy it if you don't know much about what's going on. But if you're really entrenched in this male hip hop culture, every line is juicy. Kendrick alludes to Drake's beef with Pharrell. Why Drake is beefing with Pharrell, I don't know. I did not know it was possible for anyone to beef with Pharrell. I didn't know that's the thing. I did not know that's the thing. But yeah, like Drake bought all of Pharrell's jewelry, you know, like the jewelry that's been in his music videos and just iconic stuff. And in one of his rap songs, he's talking about, because he's beefing with Pharrell, he don't like Pharrell no more. He's talking about melting it down. You know, that upset a lot of people. He has to, what was the song that Drake uses Tupac AI? He uses Tupac AI in his diss. And I think, like, that's just so disrespectful. I think we're all in agreement that that's so disrespectful. Hold on. What song was that? Okay, I don't know. One of the diss records, Drake uses Tupac's AI. And that's disrespectful. Kendrick alludes to this. Kendrick alludes to how he's been recognized by Tupac's estate, that he's been warmly welcomed and recognized by Tupac's estate. Meanwhile, you're stealing from them. You're using their Tupac's likeness without their permission. Like, I think they sent him a cease and desist. Yeah. Drake had to get rid of that. They weren't happy with that. Kendrick just alludes to, basically, it's like, it felt like a catharsis. It felt like making Drake look at all the stuff that he's upset the culture with. What else happened? Doesn't Drake have Tupac's ring? And people are upset by that? Like, how dare you? How dare you? Like, you are a culture vulture outsider. You know, why do you deserve to have that? Anyway, where was I? Okay. What else is he so in Meet the Grams, in Meet the Grams, Kendrick is saying that Drake has another secret child, another secret daughter. This is big because we know the last time a rapper said that Drake had a kid and Drake denied it, and then it turned out to be true. And now the kid has like I'm sorry, that his child cannot make music, at least at this age. It's not like Northwest has a song and hers is actually cute. Kanye knew how to make it cute. Drake, you did not know how to make your son sound cute. I'm sorry. Just because Kanye could do it, that doesn't mean that you know what you're doing. So, anyway, Meet the Gramps was such a diss. Oh my gosh, it was seething. Ugh. And that, for me, that's the moment that I was like, okay, J. Cole. Okay. Okay. That was smart. You actually get to sleep easy at night. You actually get to rest at night. So then like the next day or like the same day, Kendrick drops Not Like Us. This one is doubling down on the PDF file accusations. And there's so many lines. Let's do all of this. There's so many memorable lines in Kendrick's song. I don't know a memorable line from Drake other than Metro Boomin shut up and make some drums. That's the only memorable line I remember from Drake. Anyway, Not Like Us is bad. Ooh, and it's a banger too. Kendrick's other songs were very chill. This song's actually a banger. Like, they're gonna play this in the clubs. And he got Mustard on the beat. Cause Drake is beefing with Mustard. For whatever reason. I don't know. Like there's so much to analyze in this song. The producers that he uses for each song is for a reason. The sound, the key that he is making the song is for a reason. Like literally, you could, like if you're in AP IB English, you could like make your English final about this beef. You really could. Just pick one of Kendrick's songs. Anyway. What else? What happened next? Oh, then Drake responds. Drake's response was lame to me. He's basically saying, haha, silly wabbit, you fell for my trap. Actually, I planted that information. We were tricking you. I don't know. It was lame to me. It was very lame, and he never actually denies the PDF accusations. Mind you, look, it could be one of those things where you feel like it's so ridiculous you don't want to address, but he kind of addresses it, but he never actually denies it. He just kind of like tries to turn it around on Kendrick, like, oh, I heard you were touched as a kid. Haha, maybe that's why you're so hung up on this. Which is like, that one was a gut punch, but it was like, but why? Like, why are you bringing that up? Like, you're literally trying to, why aren't you saying that you're not one? You know what I mean? All you're saying is, oh, I knew you would call me that. And you're only thinking about that because I don't think Kendrick was touched as a kid. I think Drake misunderstood the Kendrick song that he was referring to. But you know what I mean? It's like if somebody's calling you a PDF file and your response is, haha, I knew you would say that. Why would you know he would say that? Why do you have a reputation that anybody would think to say that about you? That's not a flex. So I knew you would say that. That's not a flex for you. I knew you would say that, and you're only saying that because you were touched as a kid. Haha. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just not, it's not good. It's not giving you any points. It's like that's a low blow. Ooh, like I felt it, but it's not helping you. You know what I mean? It's not helping you. Drake lost, in my opinion. Then Metro Boomin. So Metro Boomin decided to shut up and make some drums. And Metro Boomin makes, I think I'm allowed to play this one because it's like free, right? Metro Boomin makes this beat.
Is Drake really a BBL?
He makes this beat. So everyone loves it. Everyone loves it. It's a contest. He's like, whoever can make the best diss over this beat, I'll make you your own beat. That's like a great response, right? And he tells you to shut up and make some drums. And so you make some drums. Oh, so to explain the BBL thing, so that's another thing in all of these disses, including Rick Ross, including Meg Thee Stallion. Drake has gotten work done. He has had a nose job. I'm sorry. Like the Drake fans are acting like Beyonce Beehive. The Drake fans will come for you if you say he got a nose job. That man got a nose job. And the thing is, I don't know, like, what is it for males? For women, it's like, okay, you got work done. I don't know what it is for males. I don't know what it's like. But men, it seems like these men feel like your value is not in looking beautiful. Like, you want to look put together. You know what I mean? You want to look clean. But you don't need to go out of your way to look beautiful, I think is the thing. So they're like, you got a nose job. And also the thing is, related to, you know, the discussion of how black are you? In one of Kendrick's disses, he's saying, you shouldn't be saying the N-word. You know, like, he doesn't want to hear you say the N-word because he thinks you are you're not, it's not that black has a behavior. It's that you, the way you are culture vulturing is very much like a colonizer. The way that you came from Canada, you did not bring your own Canadian flavor. You didn't bring anything, but you're taking. Is giving very much colonizer. And because you're behaving like a colonizer, you should not be saying the N-word. If you're getting your nose done, you know, the nose is one of our, what do you call it? It's one of our features. We have so many different noses in sub-Saharan Africa and the whole diaspora. We have so many different types of noses. But to change your nose, it's like it can come off as self-hatred. It can come off as hating your blackness. It can come off that way. Yeah, I can see that. He has a BBL. He has fake abs. He like surgically, like ab implants, lipo, and put some in his butt. He literally has a BBL. So Meg Thee Stallion's just like, how dare you talk about women getting BBLs? And how dare you make fun of women getting work done when you get work done? You get work done. Like, hypocrite. In so many ways, Drake has been hypocritical. Drake sent cease and desist to, I forgot who he sent it to. He sent people, not just one, like multiple people cease and desist when they released a diss on him and he didn't like it. So he sent them a cease and desist to remove their diss. But then when Tupac's estate sends you a cease and desist, you want to act all, Like, I'm sorry. There is not much Drake can say about Kendrick. Kendrick and everybody else can say a lot about Drake. There's not much Drake can say about Kendrick. And you have Ghostwriter. That's the other thing. That I don't understand. I need a hip hop head to explain it to me. How can Drake be the #1 rapper? How can he be in your top 5 when he doesn't write his own stuff? And when he does write his own stuff, you can tell he wrote it. That's bad. That's not a compliment. When he writes his own stuff, you can tell he wrote it. That's bad. I can tell he wrote this last diss. Hold on. What's it called? Let me look up the credits. Let me look up the credits. Hold on. Oh, The Heart Part 6. Okay. How long have we been talking? Ooh, 45 minutes. Lord, child, honey. The Heart Part 6. I just want to see the credits. Anyway, it really is, the lyrics sound like Drake wrote it himself with no help. Drake has ghostwriters. He has writers that he credits and ghostwriters. How are you considered the #1 rapper when you don't write your own stuff? Like, that's bare minimum. I don't get it. Like, I'm sorry, I don't get it. There is so much everybody can say about Drake. I don't get how anybody feels like Drake won. What do you mean you set it up? What do you mean you fed Kendrick false information? But you want to tell Kendrick whoever he's getting his information from are clowns. So which is it? Did you send them, or are they clowns, or what? Drake just doesn't make sense, and he doesn't have any ammo. He has so little ammo that he resorts to making fun of child essay that never happened. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I just don't see how Drake wins. I don't see how, to me, the way I see Drake I didn't really think of Drake. I didn't care either way, but now my opinion of him is so low. It's true that he hangs out with PDF. He hangs out with nefarious people. I believe Drake has done nefarious things. It is weird. Drake brings up Millie Bobby Brown in his diss. Kendrick never said Millie's name. It's a self-report. How do people think you win with a self-report? You lose. You make yourself lose with a self-report. That Millie Bobby Brown thing was weird. It's weird. The Billie Eilish thing is weird. It's weird. I don't know. It's weird. Here's what I think. To sum it up. Who really wins at the end of the day? J. Cole, because he exited nice, neatly, cleanly, and has his piece. But I think Drake has some kind of complex, like, oh, I made you, I think Drake feels like he made people. Well, in one of his disses, he said, basically, I made Future. Nobody cared about Future until me, until I was on the song. I think Drake wants to be able to say that he made you. And when you're not kissing his behind, he takes offense to that. I think Drake really takes offense that Kendrick, it's like when the student outshines the master. If you are a good master, sensei, teacher, you are happy for the student to outshine you. But if you are a more basic person, them's fighting words. And I think that's Drake. I also think there is more stuff on Drake. I think Drake has done more. I'm not saying that I think Drake is like P. Diddy. Drake hangs out with P. Diddy. Drake is comfortable around people like P. Diddy. He is. Drake has in his OVO gang other people who probably enjoy those P. Diddy parties. And I'm not kink shaming. I'm saying there is non-consensual and highly illegal and highly unethical things happening. Kendrick could not say everything. Look, I could be wrong. I don't know. It's just my track record. I just have a track record for these kind of things. It's kind of like, okay. I have this friend, we talk about celebrities and stuff all the time. And I told her that I believe Justin Bieber has been essayed as a child. She was like, how? Like what? What did you see? I was like, Usher introduced him to P. Diddy. That's all you need to know. But, I was like, it's all of these together. He's a young boy in this predatory industry. We know what they did with NSYNC and Backstreet Boys and O-Town. We know what they did with Aaron Carter. We know what they did with every single one of these boys. Okay? What would exempt Justin Bieber? 1. 2, Usher introduced him to P. Diddy. And I believe Usher was essayed by P. Diddy as well when he was younger. P. Diddy involved. 3, then Justin starts hanging out with rappers in general. And the thing is, I'm not saying like rappers in general are essaying each other, but what I am saying is there are big name ones, Birdman. There are big name ones that I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. There is a problem in the rap world. There's a problem. I think some of these people like Diddy, Birdman, and more, and others, I think they see this SA as an initiation, a rite of passage. If I ever had look, I'm not even scared for my daughter. I'm more comfortable with my daughter being a rapper and being in the rap industry than my son. I'm more comfortable with my daughter being in the rap game than my son. That says a lot. That says a lot. And again, not all rappers, but like seriously, not all rappers. I'm not being facetious, but there are enough big ones who can control your career, big ones who can control whether you live or die. Actually, we finna go. I wanted to make this short. I guess it's just like it'd be short. Where do I want to go? Do we want to revisit Diddy? Anyway, I believe what Drake has behind closed doors is worse than what Kendrick has alluded to in his disses. The thing is, Kendrick barely had proof for what he already alluded to. He barely has evidence. He barely has proof. Barely. Right? Some people would argue there is 0. But what he put in his disses are things that we can believe, we can buy into. You can call Drake and his OVO PDF files, you can call them that, because I believe one actually is, right? Like, at least one of them is an S offender on the list. At least one of them that I'm aware of. And I don't even know that much. And we've seen Drake's behavior with young teens, so to say. So people can buy into this. Kendrick can say he has another secret child because he has hit a child before and lied about it. He's done it before, so we can believe that. Once you start saying things that you don't have actual proof or evidence of, and people don't have a feeling of it, like there's nothing that's already widely known for people to connect it to, you begin to discredit yourself. I believe there is more on Drake. There is a reason Kendrick is calling Drake a despicable human being. And these disses, Kendrick is not just saying, I don't like you. Kendrick is saying, Drake, you are a terrible human being. You need Jesus. That is the culmination of Kendrick's diss to Drake. Drake, you don't even need to be worried about rapping. You need to see your maker. You need to see your maker. It's that serious. I believe there is something that serious related to Drake. Kendrick cannot say it because it's going to make Kendrick look crazy. Like we discussed yesterday with the Diddy, back when people were saying, oh, Diddy does this, Diddy did that. You know, when Audrey O'Day would tell people how Diddy is and nobody would believe her. Nobody would believe her. They would say that she's over-exaggerating, she's making it up. Right? But now people believe her because now you get what I'm saying? Like, if you say too much, you will look crazy. Orlando Brown doesn't look Orlando Brown is something else, right? But there was a time I just felt like, Orlando Brown, you're crazy. I didn't believe anything he said. And over the years, I start believing him more and more. And like, there are certain things that he turned out to be real. Yeah, I'm saying Drake is dark. I'm saying there is a dark thing going on. I think it will be revealed because this year, so many things are being revealed. So speaking of Diddy, I don't know how involved Drake is with Diddy. I just know that he's comfortable with him. I believe Diddy has unliked people, right? People are saying Kim Porter, his ex, Aaliyah, Michael Jackson. Oh, speaking of Michael Jackson, that's another thing they allude to in the beef. So Drake is like about to surpass Michael Jackson in some stat, like number of number ones or something like that. He's tied with Michael Jackson. So Drake has been calling himself Mike Jack. He's been calling himself Michael Jackson. He's been saying, I'm about to dunk on Michael Jackson. You know what I mean? Like, the more I'm saying, the more I'm talking to you, the more I understand why you would hate Drake, especially if you are, like, if you're from LA, like you are hip hop in LA, you are hip hop in East Coast. Like, I understand why you hate Drake. He really comes off as dumping on the culture he's making money from. Eminem never did that. By the way, like, when outsiders come into hip hop, you can be successful, you can be applauded, you can be loved. But it comes off a way if you come off like you're disrespecting the thing you're trying to get into. So anyway, there's a lot of that. There's a lot of, Michael Jackson and Prince had beef. So what? Drake's Michael Jackson, Kendrick's Prince. We're not going to do a full analysis right now. But Diddy and Michael Jackson. I don't know. Kendrick won. Nothing else has come out yet. After this, Drake's diss really sounded like, I don't want to talk about this anymore. That's what his sounded like. It sounded like I don't want to talk about this anymore. I'm glad Kendrick didn't come out with another one, because if Kendrick comes out with another one, it's like you're gonna need to say something new, and you will need receipts this time. So just leave it there. There is more drama coming out. Like, there's a mole, there's a bodyguard coming out saying stuff like, but that is mostly the tea. I think I covered most of everything. Let me see. I mean, yeah. That's it. Did this help? I don't know if it helped. I hope it did. I'm going to wash this gel stuff off my face. And try to be productive. I have a lot of stuff. Now I'm just doing like a life update, I guess. I have a lot of stuff. I'm basically like, I'm always trying to get my life together, but there's just a lot of stuff I need to get settled. So I'm gonna go do that. Before I start spacing off and you're like, okay, can you just end the video? Yeah, we'll end the video. Thanks for watching. If you vibed, if you enjoyed this little FaceTime, subscribe. Until next time, much love, much luck. Bye. Okay, how do I turn this off? Let's see. Did I get it?